What's up, I'm Joe, and it's time for another episode of Ask Joe. This week, someone I invented asked, "Dearest Joseph, I'm looking for a job, and I know not what to do. Hast thou any advice for one such as I?" Well, Mr. Farthingwinkle, you're in luck. There's nothing more terrifying or potentially fatal than a job hunt. As I was looking around on the internet, I found that everyone was giving the same advice. But at the same time, everybody agrees that the most important thing is to stand out to potential employers. Well, if everybody's getting the same advice from the same places, you're gonna have a tougher time standing out than Mark Wahlberg at a Matt Damon factory. If you really want to stand out, Mr. Farthingwinkle, you're gonna have to throw all of that standard advice out the door and follow a different set of rules. Luckily for you, I'm a pro. So let's go. First, your resume. You really want to go above and beyond here because your resume is the first thing that any potential employer is gonna see, so you want to make a good impression. Use a font that stands out, like Papyrus or Wingdings or Comic Sans. Much of your competition will be submitting resumes on clean white paper, which just shows a lack of creativity. Consider other options, such as leather, heavy rubber mats, or patterned fleece. If you have time, you could also shave your name into the hair of your interviewer's eldest child, or sneak your resume into a box of their favorite cereal, so that they associate your name with 23 essential vitamins. The real purpose of your resume is to get you an interview, and this part is just as important, if not more so, than the resume itself. Now, conventional wisdom says that you should dress professionally, which is why they'll remember you. Remember, a job interview is little more than a death match, so go in dressed for one. A few pieces of finely crafted leather armor can give the impression that you're flexible, fun, and ready to defend your boss, or destroy him if necessary. Depending on your workplace dress code, you may want to consider plate or chainmail instead. You'll also want to research the company as much as possible before your interview. Dig through their trash and try and find as much personal information about your interviewer as you can. Try and find his last performance review and read it back to him. Interviewers love it when you know their weaknesses. Well, I don't like to come to work on time, but at least I can manage my department's budget. During the interview itself, you want to display as much confidence as possible. Shake your interviewer's hand firmly, then wrestle him to the ground in a sign of your dominance. Remember, never blink or break eye contact with your interviewer. Also, be sure to let your interviewer know that you're driven and have goals. All I want to do is gun sound, gun sound, gun sound, gun clicking, ding, and take your money. Employers really like candidates who are energetic and inquisitive, so don't be afraid to throw a couple of things around their office to show your energy, and make sure you've prepared a couple of questions to really show you're interested. What would you do if a bear attacked you? Climb a tree? Wrong. What would you do if I attacked you? Wrong again. Name 3 non-cleansing uses for the common bath towel. Be ready to answer some of the interviewer's questions as well. Chief among these is, what is your greatest weakness, which every employer is required by law to ask because the government keeps track of everyone's greatest weakness in case they need to subdue us. Try to pick something that comes across as a strength, such as, "I'm really just too much of a perfectionist," or "I am motivated only by vengeance for my slain father." If you followed all of this advice, by now you should be at the very top of your employer's lists, and probably also at the top of several government agency lists. Congratulations, and good luck on your job hunt. 50 XP for watching. Peace and love. By the way, guys, these awesome pieces of leather armor were sent to me by my friends over at Rosenthorn Leather. They're the same people who made my bustier that I wore last year for the Helena monologue. Anyway, they are running a Kickstarter right now, so if you want to get a chance to get some sweet leather gear, you should click right here, right now, and or down at the doobly-doo because their Kickstarter is ending soon and you want to get in on that. Bye!